Hey, it's Matthew McAllister here. Today I'm up in the Gallery Guitar Studio and I'm going to share with you some of my favourite recordings of all time for guitar. First up is this amazing and very rare recording that John Williams made with the organist Peter Hurford, and that might sound like the most ridiculous combination of instruments, the classical guitar and then the huge force of an organ, but this record, which is playing in the background, that's why it's a little bit crackly, this record is just proof that these two incredibly different instruments can go together. The plucked string attack of the guitar and obviously the pipe organ, which can make these huge swathes of sound and create all of this sustain. So this album, which has an amazing cover, is quite a young John Williams playing with Peter Hurford. Peter Hurford was probably about maybe 10 years, maybe 8 years older than John, and an incredible organist in his own right, incredible musician, incredible performer. And John Williams was known for making these kind of crossover recordings, not really being in any way stuck in the one style, and this album is incredibly beautiful. I don't know if you can get it on Spotify or Apple Music or any other streaming places. You probably can. I have the original copy on vinyl. It was recorded in St Catherine's College in Cambridge in 1981, which was the year I was born. So this music was being made quite some time ago. There's some amazing arrangements on it. You're hearing Watch It Out from the Cantata 140 by Bach. There's the Italian Concerto by Bach. There is all sorts of different arrangements that they both did. So John made some of the arrangements and Peter made some of the arrangements. There's music from the French suites, from the English suites. So a lot of transcriptions of keyboard music where John Williams is playing the melody line and there are new arrangements, really imaginative arrangements happening behind. And there's some really interesting information on the record itself in the liner notes, which is what we miss from modern day recordings so much of the time. It says, at first sight, guitar and organ might seem like a strange combination, but in the last few years several composers have seen its possibilities, and there's now a small but growing repertoire of modern music, and I can attest to that. I've played some organ and guitar gigs with a friend of mine up in Dundee here in Scotland, Stuart, and we found some really interesting arrangements and music that you can put together in this most unlikely of combinations. There's a really interesting part in the programme notes. It says, they are not simply those of the caricatured instrument only suitable for church services or the occasional film appearance as Dr. Frankenstein's favourite relaxation. So it's not thinking of the organ's characteristics to do with the church or to do with, for example, that Frankenstein reference that was made there. It's talking about the sort of legato manner that the organ can play in as it accompanies the guitar. And there's a real ringing sound that it helps the guitar produce as well. So we'll just have a little listen. Gorgeous stuff. So, John Williams and Peter Hurford play Bach on original vinyl, one of my rare recordings from my collection here at the gallery. See you soon for another instalment.